Alright, let's get right to this. Welcome back to Knowledge Bits, guys. I'm I'm not in the best mood. So right here you can see I started Donkey Kong Country already. This was literally about an hour and a half ago. Maybe an hour ago. I don't know. It's been a bit. Point is, I started it. Apparently my sound died about 6 minutes into the first video. I made 3 videos, so unfortunately I lost all of it. So now I'm going to remake it, and hopefully it still comes out good. I mean, it might be a little bit more refined since now I have a little bit more of my juices flowing, I guess, in my head. I will need water though. Let's see. Let me get a quick drink. Where did I leave my water bottle? Alright, so I'm gonna get right to it. So what I was talking about in the other 3 episodes, also I'm going to change the format a little bit. I'm going to try to simply, hold on, let me fix this because I don't want to move this. There we go. I'm going to try to talk about maybe a topic and then just kind of work around that topic for like a session or something like that. Honestly, it was a little tough when I did my first video, so I'm still experimenting. So just bear with me. If I've missed over a few things, just please be patient. I have to have to remember what exactly I talked about. I mean, the point is though, I know the topic. The topic is being yourself and the importance of being yourself. It's very important because if you're not yourself, life becomes a lot harder. That was the gist of what I talked about. So here's the thing. Everyone is in their own unique way. And I'm not saying that everyone has unique qualities. I'm saying that everyone is formed uniquely. What that means is there's probably no other person that you will ever meet that has the exact combinations of everything that you are. In terms of physical, in terms of personality, all that stuff. There's no one in the world that's going to be exactly the same way you are. And so in this world, you have to, first of all, come to terms with that no one's gonna be perfect for you in terms of a relationship or a friend or anything like that. And being yourself is important in all of this because life will be very challenging if you try to be something that you're not. So this is first things first. For example, let's say you are trying to impress a girl and trying to get her to like you. So you do whatever it takes. You learn what she likes, you try to appeal to what she likes, and then she starts liking you, let's say. And then later she finds out that you're actually not like that. She finds out that you actually have different interests than the ones you showed her. You have a different way of thinking, you have a different way of being, and now that's a problem. Because you wasted however long trying to get this person to like you, trying to get this person to be with you, and now you're trying to be yourself. That's kind of what I'm going with all this. And I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So the thing is, a lot of times growing up, people will learn to adapt to different people, to adapt to different dude, just get up there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, whatever. To adapt to different people so that they can get people to like them. That's a big issue because the thing is that no one is ever going to like every single thing about you, most likely, you know. It's just the way it is, and it's important to accept that because we have to understand that in life things aren't going to be perfect. There's not going to be a perfect spouse, there's not going to be a perfect friend, there's not going to be a perfect anything. And the faster you come to terms with that, the faster. I'm not going to get the secrets. Like, see, there's one right there. I'm not going to get it. I still have a sour taste in my mouth from the episodes basically being a jit. It sucks. Anyways, yeah, so my point is, it's always better. Alright, fine, I'll get this one. It's always better to be yourself than to not be yourself. Because this is the thing. So let's say with friends, right? Let's say you start acting a certain way because you want to make friends. And so you start partying, or you start dressing up a certain way, or you start talking a certain way because you want people to like you. You want people to hang out with you. You want people to look at you Like, hey, it's that person, I like that person type of thing, you know, like you want that. And it's understandable. Most of us want that because we don't like to be alone. I mean, we like alone time. Most of us like alone time, but most of us also need people in our lives, like almost 100% of us. There's probably some people in the world that are okay being by themselves for their whole life, sure. I never say 100% about one thing unless I'm sure, you know. It's like there's so many uncertainties in the world. There's so many different types of people in the world. There's so much to learn in the world that I'm like, well, I could always be wrong, you know? There's always something I'm gonna miss. My point is, though, we need people. A lot of us need people so that we could be as happy and healthy as we possibly can. So, this is a big reason why we try to make people like us. Because if we don't have people that like us, we don't have people that hang out with us, we're gonna feel lonely, we're gonna feel, I don't know, not good, like something's off, like something's wrong, like something's missing in our lives. Did I get him back? Well, I guess I did. On guard. Yeah, see, it's been a while since I played this game, but because I recently played it, I'm like, there's a secret right there, I don't care. I'm like, whatever, just go. I miss Theo. Anyways, the reason I was bringing that up is because I understand that we want people to be around us. We want to have friends. Most of us want to have friends. Honestly, to me, it's odd if someone doesn't want to have friends, but hey, what the hell? If someone doesn't want to have friends, they don't want to have friends. They can live their life however they want. I'm just saying that it's important to be yourself, because if you're not yourself, the friends you are going to make, the relationships you will create are going to be based off of lies, basically. So if I start acting like I'm a hardcore, let's say, football fan, and I make friends with people that are football fans, and then later it's like, that's the only thing we ever bond with, and I'm like, oh, we should go, I don't know, let's go to the beach or something, and they're like, nah, screw that, let's just go, we're all gonna hang out at this person's and watch the game. They're gonna, like, I mean, you kind of establish that that's your relationship, you know? So instead of being like, oh, well, let me act this way so that people will pay attention to me or want to be my friend, you should just act the way you want to act. Because in that way, boom, 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 boom. Oh, what? Hold on. Alright, cool. I just wanted to make sure I didn't die. Says the person that's about to die. Yes, so if you act the way you want to act, if you are who you are, if you act how you are, you know, like, let's say, for example, you're a very sensitive, compassionate person, and you're considerate and all this stuff. If a person sees who you are and appreciates those qualities that you have, they will like you for who you are, and that's important. It's important to have people that like you for who you are and not for something that you pretend to be. So you have to act, because let me put it to you this way: if you're a compassionate person, you probably would appreciate if people appreciate how compassionate you are, right? You would probably like that. If you don't care about sports and people are like, oh, this person knows so much about sports, and you're like, well, I don't care about that, but that's what they look at you for. It's just, I don't know. To be honest, I'm still a little off because of the recordings that were gone, and it sucks, but get over it. That's another lesson for another day. Get over things quickly. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. To me, it's just a little fresh in my mind, so that's why it still bugs me a little bit. But yeah, my whole point with people being who they are is that it's tiring to not be authentic. It's tiring to pretend to like things. It's tiring to pretend to be okay with things. It's tiring to let go of things all the time just because you don't want to create some friction between people. And there's the thing. If you don't have friends that appreciate you for who you are, chances are it's because the friends that you have, they only like you for certain things. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have a group of friends and you you feel like you can't open up to them. You feel like you can't be yourself, your true self with them. You can't say the things that are on your mind. You can't express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Chances are you made friends that are not, how do I say it? You probably made friends that don't know you, to be honest. That's pretty much it. If you feel like you can't be yourself, it's because you never were yourself with them. If you were yourself with them, you would either not be friends with them because they wouldn't like who you are, which honestly, that's another thing that's okay. Hey, I got it. Well, so yeah, you have to be okay with people not liking you sometimes. Oh, and what I mean by that is that we're not all, how do I say it? We're not all compatible. And this isn't just about relationships. This is also about friendships. There are some friends that are compatible with other friends. There are some people that are compatible with other people. There are some people that are not compatible with other people. And that's okay. It's okay because you don't have to be friends with everyone in the world. And not everyone in the world has to be friends with you. And you have to be okay with that. You can't please everyone. For those of you people pleasers, you have to understand that it's impossible to please everybody. Why? Because let's say, for example, you're very thoughtful and compassionate and caring, and you ask a person how they're feeling, and some people are like, oh, this person really cares, this person always asks me if everything's okay or how I'm doing or how my family's doing, right? And let's say there's another person that's like a little more private. Oh, I jumped too early. Okay, I'm gonna beat it this time. So there's a person that, can I switch? No, I can't. Oh my goodness. There's a person that likes that you care about them, that you ask them questions, that you ask them how they're doing, how they're feeling, how their family is, all that stuff, right? Oh, I missed the balloon this time. And then there's another person, and you ask them the same things. You tell them like, hey, how have you been? I was thinking about this, and I was just wondering if everything was okay with you. And this person could be like, why are you asking me all these questions, dude? Like, it's cool. Like, if I have a problem, I'll let you know. You know, there's people act differently. That's all I'm trying to say. For me, I do appreciate when some people ask how I'm doing, but there's times when I'm like, I'm okay. You don't have to keep asking me or trying to create small talk. I've never been a huge fan of small talk. Other people like small talk because honestly, I think it's a lot of times it's because they don't like the awkwardness that comes with silence. But to me, silence isn't awkward. And see, this is what I'm saying. There's different people. There are different kinds of people. Some people can't stand the silence because they feel like something's off. I love the silence because it gives me a chance to kind of like, I don't know, get my energy together. Kind of like, I don't know, like kind of stabilize myself. Almost like a meditation sort of thing. And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If you're a people pleaser, be careful because you can't please everybody. That's just... Oh, man, come on. Why do I keep dying here? Last time I think I beat it on my second try. But yeah, you have to understand that not everybody is going to want to be around a person like you. That doesn't mean that nobody wants to be around you, because this is the thing. Just because someone has a lot of friends doesn't mean that they like everything about that person. It just might be one or two things sometimes, and that's okay. For example, if you have many friends, you could probably distinguish what you like about each and every one of those friends, and I can guarantee you that it's not going to be the exact same thing for every single friend that you have. That's just not how it works. Friendships aren't created by being the same as the other person. Having similar interests helps, don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is that if you want to have real friendships, jump. Yes. Oh my goodness, it's that stupid jump. So yes, having similar interests helps with making friends, but it's not necessary to like everything the same as another person. You just have to be okay with people being different, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's more interesting that way too, because then that way it's like, oh, this is my friend that does this, or this is my friend that likes this, or whenever this friend comes over, we do this thing because he's the person or she's the person that brings us to do that stuff. And that's what I'm saying. It's okay. Oh, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be who you are. And it is very dangerous to not be who you are, because you will waste a lot of time of your life and a lot of unnecessary, how do I say it? You'll waste a lot of your time by not being who you are. That's pretty much it. Alright. Whoa, I stopped right in front of this guy. I didn't even notice. Anyways, that's it for this episode. I hope that everything was recorded. It looks like the audio is still good, so hopefully everything will be good. So thank you for watching. I'll keep going with the next episode, okay? Goodbye.